What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a review for Love After Lockup Season number 4, Episode 32, titled Married at Release, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching in this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed to the channel yet, do me a solid favor by stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Love After Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so I'm not going to go in any particular order with this review, so I'm just going to go based on my notes. So the first couple that I have on my notes is Gabby and Chris. So Gabby and Chris, we remember them from Love during Lockup, and we remember how disrespectful Gabby was during that season, right? So they're back. Again, I don't know why they're back, because no one liked Gabby. And then the fact that Gabby has went and got so much plastic surgery done, her lips look like somebody stuck her in, like somebody just grabbed a pen and just stuck her in the lips, and they just they're swollen. Her face just doesn't look the same. She was a pretty girl before she did the surgery, and now you look botched. So last week's episode, although I did not review last week's episode ended with Gabby being upset with Chris and Chris's mom and sister, Essie, right? Essie, baby girl, she gonna make sure she has a blunt on her, right? So they wanted to eat, but Gabby said they didn't have time to eat because they need to go pick Chris up. So Gabby was upset. They were in her car. She was like, "Get out the car." I couldn't care less about, I'm not on either one of anybody's side, because I just really honestly don't care, because I'm still kind of confused why these two are back, right? So she called Chris up at one point, told Chris what was going on. Chris called his mom and, talked to his mom. Then he called Gabby back, and he was able to talk Gabby into just coming on and picking him up. So they eventually left, right? They went to the Greyhound. They went to the Greyhound station to pick up Chris. When I saw Chris, I was like, "Wow, this is Chris." Chris looks like the illegitimate love child of Flavor Flav. They look like twins. That's all I got to say. Now, I want to point out one thing that I did notice in this scene with Chris. If you looked at Chris's left hand, right, and actually really was his left. It was his left hand. So if you looked at his left hand and his ring finger, he had a gold band on his finger. So I was like, are he and Gabby already married? Now I have saw the videos. I haven't saw the video itself, but I've saw the stills of him and Gabby in the domestic abuse situation, right? I've saw those stills. Have not saw the video itself, but I've saw the stills, and I'm like, wow, interesting. So at one point he wanted to go change his clothes, right? I'm cool with that, right? So he went in, and Gabby went in behind him. And mind you, when the camera crew went in, there were two men at the urinal using the bathroom, and Gabby is in the stall with him. I was like, y'all finna try to do it right here in this nasty ass bathroom? Ugh. But the security guard is like, oh, no, that ain't about to happen. I'm like, exactly, that is just nasty. Like, I get Gabby said she ain't had sex in 5 years, but girl, really? Here? Now? Bathroom? No. At least it wasn't a women's bathroom, but I'm just saying it's still nasty the way it goes, right? So he changed his clothes, so they came out of the Greyhound. Now, she told him when they got there that the officiant was there to, officiate their wedding. I have a question about this. Is this marriage legal? I know that there's an officiant there, but when you get married, you have to have witnesses. Nobody was there to witness them getting married, because his mama and his sister were in the car wondering what the hell was going on. So I was like, is this marriage really legitimate? Because, well, Chaz and Brandon did the same. Well, okay, maybe you don't have to have witnesses these days. I don't know. Don't really honestly care, but that's really all I got for Gabby and Chris. Let's pause here and move forward to the next couple. So you guys, the next couple is Monique and Derek. Monique. Because I don't want to be one of those people that's going to, talk about her, because she's not an ugly girl, but in last week's episode when we introduced to her, she's a catfish is what's bothering me. What is that hanging out of my nose? Ew, y'all didn't tell me there was something hanging out of my nose? Y'all rude. So, she's a catfish, right? So she says that Derek, I don't think that Derek has ever saw Monique's face, right? And then with Monique, I think she said she sent him her titties and her vagina. And I was like, really? And I ain't trying to be funny or shady or nothing, but when you hear her talk, I'm sorry, but you can hear that she's a big girl. It's a lot of heavy breathing from her. And again, she's not a bad looking girl, but I'm just like, okay. So Derek is getting ready to get out of jail, right? So she and her sister, they're going to Ohio to pick Derek up. The more that I saw Monique in this episode, it's like, why are you doing all this stuff because you're insecure? Because it really was giving a whole lot of insecurities, the things that she was doing, overcompensating. It just gave a lot of, like I said, insecurities, right? So, because at one point she had a bunch of cameras, so I guess Derek is going to be staying with his grandmother, and she wants to put some hidden cameras in the house. Say what now? Because she want to know who is coming and going. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Here's my thing. You've never even met this man. You don't know, you've never met him in person. You never went to visit him, right? So now you want, like, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with anybody where I gotta do stupid shit like that, like set up cameras or give them a phone, and with the phone, I'm gonna put the passcode on it so I know it. Like, that's a lack of trust, and that's an insecurity issue, because you're probably worried that he's gonna find somebody who might be quote unquote better than you. If that's the case, girl, let the man go. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I want y'all to let me know what you guys think about it, and we can discuss it in the comment section, all right? So for his release, she doesn't want his family to be there because she says his family hasn't been there for him. She has been, right? I mean, okay, you don't know the logistics of what's going on between him and his family. So with that situation, I would actually tell Monique to mind her damn business, because you don't know what has happened between him and his family, right? So we see her and her sister, so they're getting ready to, get on the road to Ohio. I noticed this in last week's episode, and I'm noticing it again in this week's episode. What the hell kind of seatbelt does Monique have? That is an interesting looking seatbelt. Like, who designed that seatbelt? Like, I know she's a big girl, but damn, that seat is like, it looked like it's two seatbelts in one. Never mind. So Derek called her, right? And her sister is saying that Derek don't like her, but he's like, no, it ain't that I don't like you. I never said that. He just don't like the fact that Monique, I guess her sister goes out at night and he didn't have it. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. He got mad and eventually hung up. I'm really interested to see what Derek's reaction is going to be when he finally meets Monique in person, right? So, Monique ain't shit. So, Monique has gone on a shopping spree for Derek. She's bought him all kind of luxury items, right? And a cell phone, like I said earlier, that she's putting the passcode on. And now, here's what threw me for a loop, right? Because she was talking, so she called the phone. I guess she called the phone from, I don't know who, I guess she called her phone from his phone, and they said, oh, so when he calls somebody, it's going to say wifey is calling. No, it's not. It's going to show the girl. I don't have time for Monique. I really don't. But it gives, just like I said, it just really does give insecurities with her, and I think it's because of her weight. And she's not, like, again, she's not a bad looking girl. She's really not. It's just definitely insecure. It's insecurity. So we see her and her sister as they went to the prison to pick up Derek, right? So they get there, and at one point this white SUV, it just kept going back and forth, back and forth. So they're wondering, is it another girl or what? I'm pretty positive it might be his family. I would assume it's his family. But we can discuss that in the comment section. Let's pause here and move on to the next couple. You guys, this next couple, I think there's something wrong with one half of this couple. Ashley and Travis. Ashley, first of all, the hair and them eyebrows. Those eyebrows are very, very thick. I just keep looking at her eyebrows, and then in her interviews and just any regular scene with her, her hair, it looks like somebody did her hair with a grenade because her hair is just everywhere on her head. So y'all know, so Ashley, she has a jewelry shop, right? So we see her as look like she's like at a flea market or something like that, right? So she's buying some jewelry. I don't mean to laugh, but it was hilarious to me. So she's buying some jewelry, and these two people that Jana and Javier or something like that, she's become very cool with them, right? Because she spends a lot of money with them. So she's letting them know that, Travis is coming home. Travis has been in prison. Travis is gonna work with her. I don't know how that's smart to work with Travis, knowing that the man has robbed the bank. Girl, you don't think that this man would steal from you, rob you? Like, girl, okay. If you like it, I love it, right? So she's telling them that, right? She was like, he's been in jail for 13 years. So he didn't go to jail for, CM. I'm not gonna say what she said. CM or for drug. Well, actually, there were drugs involved. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, so you don't think that this man will get out of jail and possibly go back to doing some drugs and just go rob a bank? But okay, you putting your trust in it. It wouldn't be me. So then we see her as she's going to the airport. So she's going to go fly to get him, and then they're going to fly back home. Well, she had a little bit of a hiccup with that, right? Because she got to the airport. So the guy at the counter told her that her luggage was still in Atlanta. And she was like, she needs her luggage because there are things in there that she needs for Travis, because if they don't have it, then he could potentially go back to prison. Okay. Like I said, so Ashley is very, and I'm cool with people who are emotional, right? But Ashley is just a little bit too emotional for me because she cries at the drop of a dime. It's just like, girl, it ain't that deep. I really want Ashley to go seek therapy, because I just don't. With Ashley and with old girl Monique, those are some there are some insecurities with both of them. I just don't know where they are. There's some insecurities there, and I want them to go seek help and just talk to somebody about it, because there's definitely some insecurities, especially with Ashley. Then when Ashley went to the prison to pick him up, she was crying. Oh my God, I want him to come out. Come out. Oh, come out, Travis. I was just like, girl, calm down. Yeah. I don't want to, like I said about Love During Lockup with Melissa, I don't want to see Melissa again. I damn sure don't want to see Ashley. After this season, I never want to see Ashley again. Because y'all know Life After Lockup returns in February. And now, this is the first for Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, and Love During Lockup. Justine, which I'm going to talk about her in just a minute. Justine. We met Justine on Love During Lockup. We're getting to know Justine a little bit more with Love After Lockup, and Justine is going to be on Life After Lockup. Very interesting, right? I think she's the only person who's ever done that. Now, we do know that there have been some that have gone from. Has anybody? Yeah. Indy is the only one that has from Love During Lockup. Indy was the first one to go from Love During Lockup to Love After Lockup. Did Indy go? Indy didn't go to Life After Lockup. Thank God Indy didn't go to Life After Lockup. But Indy went from Love During Lockup to Love After Lockup, and that was it. But Justine is going from all three. I wonder if she's probably getting the same bag. That is why WeTV does what they do with these seasons, where they don't split them up like they should, because Love After Lockup should have been season number 2. No, Love During Lockup should have been season 2. Love After Lockup, we should be on season 7, I believe, and Life After Lockup should be on season 5 or 6. But hey, I'm not gonna. I see what I finally really see what they're doing. I knew it before, but now I really officially see what WeTV is doing. They don't want to pay these people extra money for different seasons, so they just count it as one whole season, and then that's that. Fucked up, to be quite honest with you. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up is going to be Justine and Michael. So with Justine and Michael, I don't really have much to say about them. I do have one thing to say about her son. Baby girl, you are gonna have a difficult time with your oldest son, right? Because she went and picked Michael up, right? So her and Michael are at the crib, and her son came home, right? And he hugged Michael. He said he ain't calling Michael daddy. He gonna call him Michael. And you could definitely see that her son is very territorial of her, because anytime they were like when the pizza got brought to them, Michael was sitting at the couch and he was about to eat. She was like, her son was like, the rule is we eat at the table. And so Michael was like, so is that the rule? If that's the rule, then let's go to the table. And I love the fact that Michael did that, right? I think Michael is a good from just looking at Michael, I think he's a good person, right? I think Michael just may have just made some mistakes in his life, and he seems like a good guy. He seems like a good guy, and I actually do like Michael. I like Justine too. For me, when it comes to Michael and Justine, I know that they're married, but the thing for me with Michael and Justine is the fact that neither one of them really know the other person outside of the confines of the relationship for the last, however many years they've been together. Justine only knows Michael from prison. Michael only knows Justine from the visits that she's done, the video chats that they've had, and maybe letters and stuff, right? So they don't really 100% know each other. This is their first time being in the free world with each other, and they're gonna have to learn each other. They're gonna have to learn each other's quirks. They have to learn each other's tics and things like that. And I just don't, especially with them blending a family together, I don't think that that's a good idea. But they're gonna figure it out, right? And it got nothing to do with me. So Justine's son, very territorial of his mother, and I mean that's typical for a boy. For a boy to be as emotionally attached to his mom. Because, I mean, every time he would hug his mom, I love you, I'm like, yeah, girl. I don't know how you're going to work that out, but you're going to have to really figure out a way to, give your time to Michael as well as giving time to your son, right? So then her youngest son came and, he hugged, him and Michael, he hugged him, talked about how much he missed Michael. And I was thinking to myself, he missed him, but then he said, he's only, so I'm assuming Justine, okay. Because about to say he said he only saw him in prison. The video chats, okay. Makes sense now why he said that. Okay, I got it. So Justine and Michael are going to go to a hotel so they can get it on, consummate their marriage. Now Justine and Michael, although I think that they do look a little bit alike. They look like they could be brother and sister. Just saying. Justine and Michael look like they could be brother and sister, but they look like they have some steamy sex. Right? So the one thing that I noticed when she came out that bathroom with that veil on, they blurred it out because I know that it's product placement, right? And they don't pay for it. The Nutella. I just had a question. Why was the Nutella in the bedroom? That was the one thing that I noticed. I noticed they had the sex stuff, but I was just like, why the Nutella? Where is that? Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. What are y'all gonna do with Nutella? I mean, I can imagine what they're gonna do with the Nutella. They're gonna put it on body parts and eat it off. I've never ate Nutella, so I don't know how Nutella tastes. That's why I made that face, because I just don't know how that shit tastes. But that's really all I got for Michael and Justine. So let's pause here and wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys, so the last person that we talk about in this episode, and it's our first time meeting her, is Eris. So she is dating a guy named Cameron. So Cameron is a rapper. Now, she says she wasn't into rap, but he's big wherever he is. I was like, oh, we got another rapper. Cool, right? So she has a daughter. I didn't get what her daughter's name was. But we see them, so I think they went to like a botanical garden, right? And, she was just talking about she wants to get a plant because her boyfriend is going to a halfway house. was like, okay, I don't have issue with that. I hope for when it comes to love after lockup, you guys know the one thing that I do hate is when the women and even the men have kids and they come out of prison and they immediately have their kids around these people that they don't really know that well. I hope it's a while before she integrates her daughter and Cameron together. I do hope that happens. So she tells us about her daughter's father, so I don't know where he's from, but obviously he's not from the US, right? Because she said that her daughter's father doesn't live in the States and that they have a relationship via WhatsApp, right? That's very interesting. They blur his face out. He is black, so I'm assuming he might be from some part of Africa. I don't know. I'm just assuming. So Eris let us know that she slid in, so she went on Facebook, she slid into his DMs, and he thought he was going to be on lengthy probation, but he actually went to jail, right? Here's where Eris lost me at. When Eris told us that she has took $10,000 out of her 401k for this man, I was like, girl, you's a fool. The hell? Ain't no way I'm taking any money out of my 401k for anybody that ain't myself or my family. I be damn. I be to the damn. But that's really all I got for this episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys later. And also, you guys, once again, happy holidays. I'm filming this on Saturday, so you guys will see this Saturday. And I hope you guys if you guys celebrate Christmas, have a great Christmas. Whatever holidays you guys celebrate, have a great, happy holiday. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.